brave amigos are we. Brother to brother.
Welcome back to this already the final segment of today's Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. I've got, for 3 a.m. egos, it's the same usual suspects. I've got the Dan Shedd, and he's intern extraordinaire. Actually, no, it's a little bit of a mix-up. Coming in for Sigmund Kramer is Martha Lambeth, and Marsha Lambeth, rather.
Yeah.
I changed her name just to protect her innocence there, Marsha. And she's in today for Sigmund, doing, again, a very weird, odd impersonation of him. The mustache, the beard just doesn't work, but we do it anyway. And we're going to have fun with the 3 a.m. Eagles today. And Dan brings us a topic. He has an ongoing mission to bring us a topic that we can discuss on the program. Dan, what do you got for us?
Well, there are a lot of places with popular attractions that attract millions and millions of visitors every year. And I found a list of unusual, weird museums that have a bunch of weird stuff that, could be interesting if you want to get away from the, typical popular destinations everywhere. Like the Moist Towelette Museum in East Lansing, Michigan.
Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, don't go too fast on us here, man. So it's weird and unusual museums. By the way, where did you find the article?
I found it on Huffington Post.
Right. And the listener will be able to get a link to that article at usdailyreview.com. And the first one is the what?
The Moist Towelette Museum in East Lansing, Michigan.
I'll tell you, I grew up in Michigan my first 13 years, and moist toilets were a very big part of growing up in Michigan. Those little wipes, we had those all over the place. Lots of exposure to those, and they didn't seem to be that pervasive in other parts of the country. So I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it's a part of. It's actually at Michigan State University. It's right by the Abrams Planetarium on campus.
Yeah.
So that kind of explains it because it's at Michigan.
Michigan, yeah, exactly. Michigan State, there's a connection there with those toilets. I'm telling you, it was a very, very big part of growing up. It seemed like I was constantly being handed those growing up, and that seemed to end by the time we left. Now, of course, I was a little older, so Mom may have not just even thought about it, but it seemed like I had them all the time. Uh-huh. And so it's refreshing to see a museum that really cleans up. And so, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So what's the next one?
The next one is the Dialysis Museum at the Northwest Kidney Center in Seattle.
Ooh.
You is right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's keep moving. I have nothing witty that's appropriate for that, so let's just keep moving.
Well, here's something that's more local. Here in Houston, they have a National Museum of Funeral History.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
And their trademark is any day above ground is a good one.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, and where's that one at, by the way?
The Huffington Post article does not say exactly where it is, unfortunately, although it is here in Houston. But they do have...
Yeah, so that's all I was looking for. It's here in Houston. So people, that to me sounds like a destination location now. People should come around the world and spend $7 to $10. I'm not sure what the cost difference, maybe kid versus dead person, I don't know. But admission is $7 to $10, and it's mmfh.org. But just one more reason to go to this great museum.
Yeah. That would be interesting. Wonder if they have like leftover people in there. Cremated people that are like still nobody claimed. And they could use. Never mind. That is a morbid topic.
Yeah, you are on a roll there.
What is
you
that?
You are on a roll. Okay, and what else you got for us?
The last one that I have on the list is the Vent Haven Ventriloquist Museum in Fort Mitchell, Kentucky.
That would be more creepy than the Mortuary Museum.
Yeah, I find it interesting. Maybe our friend Dan might be a spook. He completely missed the National Cryptologic Museum. Is that because you didn't want to pronounce cryptologic?
No, I just totally skipped it by accident, but yes.
That's at the NSA headquarters in Annapolis. That sounds pretty creepy. I mean, it sounds like they'd let you be a guest there, but then they'd have to kill you.
Do they have a crypt keeper there?
Yeah, I mean that's pretty weird. It's north of D.C. I'll tell you, there's so many reasons why people should go to Annapolis. It says Annapolis Junction, but I'm sure it's very close to Annapolis. But I've never been there. I've been there a million times, but never been to this museum. It looks kind of interesting too. And by the way, there's a huge list of other ones, but they don't have much detail on them. All right, that's the 3 a.m. Egos. You can see this article and much more. Not only weird stuff, but even practical business stuff at priceofbusiness.com. Do want to remind you, best content here shows up over there at usdailyreview.com. While there, like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope you spend it right here on this station.